And sir, do you have any smartphone?
No, like I
Do you use
told
any
you.
smartphone?
No, I told you that year 3 months ago, my wife dropped an iPhone that I purchased for her in a toilet, and
Mm-hmm.
I literally made an agreement with her we would never buy a smartphone ever again because smartphones cost in the upwards of $1,100. I,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't I didn't feel comfortable spending that kind of money on a device that someone could drop into a toilet.
Okay, I understand. So, do you see on the computer now? It says your public IP address. Can you see it over here?
Right.
So we have to put it into the private IP address. So let me see if I can do it from my end from the PayPal server, or you need to get some security, sir, to be secure for future purposes. Okay?
I need securities. Okay.
Yeah, and if you will, I have some security things for you to make it private. You would like to buy for a 5 year plan or 10 year or a lifetime? What you will be thinking for?
Oh Jesus. Um. I got to answer the door again. We ordered
Okay,
Christmas presents that were delayed. I think they're arriving.
no problem. You can have
Okay.
it. You can check it. You can check it.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay.
F- Folks, I am sorry. I had to switch YouTube back over to Restream IO because it kept saying that the stream health was bad. Right now, Twitch is perfect. YouTube, I'm still loading the stream in my monitoring browser. I don't know what the hell's going on, but according to this, we're back in business. YouTube, you're very important to me, YouTube. I'm trying to present myself at my home base, which is YouTube, but Twitch is also very important to me. Um, so just trust me, I'm not trying to screw around with YouTube. It's completely a technical issue. I don't know the ins and outs yet. I ran some streams yesterday for several hours using the technique that I used this morning to no trouble, and all of a sudden, boom, I started having quality issues. But right now, YouTube says the stream is healthy. Uh, Twitch, Twitch says it's healthy. So I think we're just gonna have to stick it out like this. So I do apologize. I wasn't picking on YouTube. Trust me, I wasn't picking on YouTube. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it was Christmas presents.
Okay. So, sir, I was telling you that for the securities, you need to buy the securities to keep this thing private. Otherwise, again, there will be a problem for you. Till now, you don't have any legal notice, but might be you can get it in future. Before you get anything
Uh,
like
uh,
that,
uh,
sir, you if you will be
okay,
having a
I, I I agree. I need to have securities, but I have a much
okay.
I'm a I listen. I have a much higher pressing need to undo whatever Bitcoin that was purchased.
Hmm.
I need to be assured that a court of law is not gonna pin me
You will
for
be
doing something that I can go to prison for.
and you will not be facing that problem. The moment you will get the securities for yourself, you will be getting an email from us that if from today, if there will be any problem, then uh, then there will be a problem. If from now, if there will be any charges on your IP address, there will be no problem for you. You will be getting in that return.
Okay, so I need to get a security. Uh, what sec-
Yes, sir.
what security do I need to get?
So we have to install the securities on a browser. Okay. We have to check it first of all. We will do it manually or we will do it in cloud. We will do it online on the cloud.
Okay,
So we have to buy, yeah, and we will provide you that security. So you don't have to go anywhere to buy it. Okay, we will be able to do it online on a cloud. Okay, we will add your computer in a
okay,
private IP address, and we will be good to
okay,
go.
but I I really want to talk to my bank manager before we do any of this. It's not that I don't trust you. I just they're the one that holds my money. I have almost have a $500,000 in my bank. And
Okay, no problem.
how much does the security
So
cost?
you can buy the securities from with the help of Vanilla gift card also. The Vanilla prepaid Visa gift card, as you were telling me that you buy it for with the help of cash. You can buy a Visa gift card and we can use that online on our
Uh, uh,
portal to
With
pay the funds.
with what? The only
Sorry?
I don't even think you've been listening to me, bro. Um, if I want to buy something on Amazon, I will go to Walmart or 7-Eleven and buy a vanilla gift card and then turn it into an Amazon gift card and purchase it. There's no way
So that
I mean, is that what you're talking I do or
yes, that is what I'm telling you. You have to get a gift Vanilla gift card, and then we will use it online.
okay. What kind of gift card do we
So
need to get?
you can get the Vanilla gift card. That will
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
how much for the gift card do I need to pay?
so it's totally up to you that how you can buy it for 500 or 1,000. You can buy that. You can buy it for that much amount.
No, how much is the secure how much is the security?
Security is for the 499
Okay,
for 5 years.
I, okay, I'll buy a $50 vanilla gift card then.
Not 50, sir. 499.
A
Four hundred and
$500.
ninety nine dollars.
Well, the gift card
Yes,
costs
sir.
five. Okay, I guess I can do that. All right,
Yeah,
and then
that will. Yeah, you can. Mhm.
call you back and you can help me buy
Yes,
the.
sure. Yes, exactly. You can just go and you can buy a vanilla gift card for 499. Okay,
Okay,
and the
all right.
moment you will be back, you can just call me back on the same number you have, and we will buy it online. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
Yeah.
one thing.
So
I want to say one thing.
yes, sir.
You're full of shit. You really are, and you have shit for
Okay,
brain,
not a problem.
and you have shit for brains.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.
Bye
अपना
bye.
बोल रखा है थारी बहन को चोदू माँ का लोड़ा ना हो तो कड़े बन रहा तेरा मोर बनाऊ मैं बहन की लोड़ा ना हो तो चल बहन चोद भाग जाए
क्या हो
कुत्ता
गया
बहन
भाई?
का लोड़ा रंडी का बच्चा
क्या हो गया भाई?
You
क्या हो गया
recognize
भाई?
that
क्या हो
language.
गया?
You recognize that language,
क्या हो
don't
गया
you,
भाई?
buddy? You recognize that
क्या हो
language,
गया
don't you?
भाई? क्या हो गया? उससे उससे बात कराना जो वो है बंदा।
I want you to know something.
उससे
I want you to know
अरे उससे
something.
बात कराना जो बंदा था।
I've yeah, I don't know what to tell you, folks. I played it all correctly. I don't know why he doesn't want lots of money. I mean, what do you do? Ah, jeez, that was a weird scam bait. And plus, I had YouTube issues. I don't know. Okay, so right now, technically, I'm only streaming directly to Twitch, and then YouTube, Kick, and the others are running through Restream.io. No, it wasn't that bad. I'm not saying, folks, scam baiting is scam baiting. There's no rule to it. Um, in Meet the Huckers, when I do the cartoon, you're gonna you're gonna see a scene where, let me go to my full screen. Um, you're gonna see a scene where the family has an intervention with Mater Paul. Mater Paul is a closet scam baiter. The family had no idea that their beloved brother Mater Paul was scam baiting in his basement for several months or years. I'm not really sure how long. And one day, Mary spies on him, and the next evening, the family gathers. And I'm hoping February, Dr. Fell. They have an intervention with Mater Paul, saying, "Why are you calling scammers? Uh, what's wrong with you, bro?" That Ray might say, "Dude, you're playing with danger." And finally, Mater Paul just says, "Because I'm saving victims," and everybody shuts up, and they finally just say, "You're saving victims," and Mater Paul then begins to train them on how to scam bait. And in one of the scenes, Cousin Ray is going to kneel down with Emily and Philip and show them how you can call a scammer and just say yes or no. And that's why I mentioned all that. Scam baiting can be pranking them. You can call them and you can, when they answer, just say yes. And then when they ask the question again, you say yes. And then they ask the question again and you say yes. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes, you say no. That's scam baiting. It is. And the reason it's considered scam baiting is because you're taking up the time of that scammer. While you're doing that, they can't call a victim and steal their money. That's the essence of scam baiting. So what I just did for 2 hours was I tied up two scammers so that they could not really scam anyone. And I think that's the value of scam baiting. I really do. I need to take a quick break after this. This was just weird. Um, Unbeknownst to you, when I started my stream, Beethoven had broken out 10 minutes before I started my stream. I literally took my first break to go call Beethoven to say, "Come here, you dumb cat. It's too cold out here." I then faked the doorbell ring because I could hear Beethoven, and I let the damn cat in. That was the reason I was doing the doorbell. So, um, yeah, we're all back. I'm planning to scam bait for about another 2 hours, and then because it's Tuesday, it's an extended stream. I'm going to dedicate the final segment of my live stream to doing something interactive with you. It won't be scam baiting. It might be chatbot sticker creation. I've got to well, let me see if my Twitch chatbot even will start. I don't know why it didn't start earlier. Yeah, I got to recompile my Twitch chatbot. So let me make a note of that. Fuck effing Twitch. I don't know why they do that. Recompile Twitch. I'm going to take a couple minutes break. I'm going to play another commercial. It'll be an Aura commercial. when you see these commercials, I don't want you to go out of your way to buy this stuff if you can't afford it. I really don't. This video will be viewable by future viewers who might see that commercial, and if they can afford it, then I want them to buy it. I'm not expecting you to buy this stuff. I kind of feel uncomfortable doing that. I just met another um, they're called creator supporters who will help me get other kinds of sponsorships. And in an example, it's where I don't play the commercial during I stream. And what I do is when I make a YouTube video, I do a 1 minute spot for like Displate or maybe Manscape or maybe Squarespace. I don't try to do it during a live stream. So I don't want you to feel uncomfortable when I run these commercials. I'm not trying to force your arm or anything. I'm really not. But I do need to take a break. I got to go to the bathroom and I got to eat a real quick snack. But the stream health right now is really good. According to Twitch, it's excellent. According to YouTube, it's excellent. I have 42 people on YouTube, 102 people on Twitch. The reason why I keep telling you how many people I have in the live stream, these sponsors need to know that information. I'm still growing. I just hit 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm currently at 35,038. One of the other milestones I hit is I broke the 200 membership level on YouTube. I now have 211 YouTube members. I gained a couple today from your generosity. There's another aspect to subscribers on Twitch, and this is going to be a hard one. There's a thing called Twitch Partner Plus, but the only way I'm going to qualify for Twitch Partner Plus is if I can get Twitch subscribers who subscribe on their own outright. Meaning, if they get gifted a subscription, it doesn't count. Amazon subscriptions don't count. I have to find a way to get Twitch people to just say, hey, I want Ray to be a Twitch Plus partner and Partner Plus and subscribe to me. So I might run a gimmick one day saying, become a Twitch subscriber, please. Help me become a Twitch Partner Plus. I don't know. The reason why I want to keep an equal balance between YouTube and Twitch, it's sort of like not putting all your eggs in one basket. Both platforms are extremely popular. Twitch is the most popular for live streaming. I do plan to do another subathon soon. I did a streamathon, which was different. A subathon is where I actually drive people to subscribe, and I often give away prizes. I have some stuff I can give away. I might even give away my Quest 3. I don't know. I have a Quest 2 I can give away. I have a Roland VT4 I can give away. I have another camera I can give away. I have a racing wheel to give away even. So I'm not a gimmicky guy. I'm just trying to make a living. That's all I'm trying to do. So we're not done scambaiting. I'm going to play another commercial and get something to eat real quick, and then we'll get started again, okay? This time it's going to be an Aura commercial. And let's go into break mode. Or let me get this nasty graphic off the screen. And here we go. hackers and spammers
and scammers.
Oh my!
Sounds to me like somebody needs to learn about Aura, the sponsor of this video. Identity theft is rampant across the internet today. Someone becomes a victim of identity fraud every 14 seconds. 33% of Americans have been the victim of identity theft, and 2.5 million identities are stolen every year.
Aura is the #1 identity theft protection service rated by security.org, providing fraud monitoring, password management, antivirus protection, and VPN rolled into a single low-cost package.
Aura will notify you if your personal information is compromised so that you can take appropriate action as needed. I have had family members experience identity theft in the past, and the experience is unbearable. So it's safe to say you should protect yourself as well. Go to aura.com/modderpaul to download a free 2-week trial and find out if your personal information has been compromised. And um, What I'm doing right now is preparing a bowl of soup. I haven't really had much to eat today. Once I see you guys respond, we're going to go check on Beethoven. He's in his catio. I'll beam it so you can watch. Let me close that. Would you like to see Beethoven? And then, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a bowl of soup, and then we can chat about we can chat about scam baiting. I'll give you some introspective. Sure. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to switch over to this scene here, and then I'm going to light up my phone. While I was out last week, I had some real heart to heart with what my life is about and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And scam baiting is not easy. Even Scammer Payback will tell you that. It's often misunderstood. Some people expect scam baiters just to make scammers mad. Others, they want a little more out of it.
They want a little more out of it.
They want to learn.
They want to learn.
See, I'm using my
So
phone
as you can
as
see,
a
I'm
camera.
using my phone as a camera.
I'm gonna
turn
this off so
it won't echo. So you should hear my voice through the phone. And we're gonna go check on Beethoven. And then I'm gonna have a bowl of soup. Always do. Is the battery on? No, the battery's not dead. Let's try this again. I don't know why the screen went black. Let's try this again. So what I check first is to see if Beethoven is loafing. And as you can see, he's loafing. So sometimes I'll go outside and check him from outside. Hey Beethoven, how you doing? Kitty. You bad boy, you broke out this morning right as I started my stream. And so there you are, loafing like a good kitty. Always make sure he has food and water. I clean his cat potty. I make sure that. See, now he's starting to stand up. So now we're going to go on the inside. It's really nice out here. It's not very cold. As you can see, I need to do some cleanup in my studio. When Kendra moved out, she left me a plethora of garbage that I have to throw away. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You want to come back in, don't you? Well, I'm not going to let you back in. You're going to stay in the catio, and you're going to loaf. You got food and water. So, Don't worry, buddy. I'll let you back in.
So were you able to see all that? You were able to see all that? Okay, the reason I leave Beethoven in the catio is because he likes to interrupt me. He likes to climb behind my streaming equipment, and he likes to turn off stuff. I run multiple USB 3 hubs, and he doesn't mean to do it, but he literally steps on them and turns them off. Like, for example, without knowing it, he can turn off my microphone, and he's done it before. So I'm going to go get my soup, and I'll be right back. Yeah, he chews on the wires, too. Ouch. Banging my head. And let me pull my screen back down. Okay. Let me put my mic back on. It's only going to take 5-10 minutes for me to eat this soup. I'm having Campbell's vegetable beef. Testing. You can hear me. Okay, good. Let me look to see how many people we have. We have 35 people on YouTube, 80 people on Twitch. All right. Hey, Alpha Smoosh, thank you so much for those bits. Okay, so I want to talk about scam baiting. A scam baiter doesn't have to stream. They really don't. I should be talking to the camera. That's another criticism my media person says. I gotta move this camera closer to this side and move the phone over there. But you, like I was saying, you don't have to live stream the scam bait. It's not required. I would estimate there are probably, I can't give you a percentage, but I bet you $5 there are more scam baiters that don't stream than there are that do. Sometimes it's because they're afraid to stream. They might be camera shy. I scam baited for 9 months without streaming. When I started, streaming was just beginning to be possible. I would literally call, it was tech support scammers is what I called. And when I first started scam baiting, I wasn't doing it for victims. I was doing it for laughs. I was inspired by a channel called Petty Pranks, which I think is still on YouTube. I got a kick out of hearing Indian scammers get really mad at this guy that would say www and say dublu, and so that's where I got dublu. And so when I started calling them, it was simply to make myself laugh and then make the scammer feel like an idiot. I'm a I'm an IT veteran. I've been in computers for most of my life, literally. I mean, I from as early as the age of 6, I had my brain on computers. I wanted to play video games so bad, I'd go collect cans for hours just to play Pac-Man. I was I was crazy about computers, and I'm still crazy about computers. Well, Marco, when you run a virtual machine on your main computer, it obtains what's called a VLAN, and there's very few scammers that know how to hop over the VLAN, but it is a concern you should have. One thing you should consider, Marco, is look at scammer.info. They're getting ready to offer remote virtual machines that you can use the Scambait with. So instead of using your laptop for them to remote into, they would actually remote into a cloud machine, and then you would view it through a browser window. So the scammer is connecting to a machine that's not even in your home. When I first started scam baiting, I actually used the Dell D630 laptop I bought from eBay for $125. It was running Windows 7, and the way I would record it is I would remote into it with remote desktop, and then I recorded it with a thing called Action Camera. Um, I'm good friends with the new owner of Scammer.info, and I donate them. I do a monthly donation to Scammer.info because I strongly believe in what Scammer.info has done for the concept of scam baiting. So, if you want to scam bait safely, I recommend you go to Scammer.info and keep an eye out for an announcement on remote Windows. They'll have Windows 10 and Windows 11 virtual machines that you can access. They get reset every 2 days or something like that, and the way you see it is through a web browser. The other thing you need to do and get a brand new email address, even if it's Yahoo or AOL. Um, Proton Mail is actually pretty good. A lot of people in the UK use Proton Mail. Thoughts on using an OS that boots from a USB? Performance. The machine will run so slow, the scammer will probably not want to work with you. I've tried running Windows from a USB, and it's just too slow. Even USB 3. The way I work with my scam baiting, I have a host machine, I run VMware Workstation, and I lock my machine through it's called a PIX firewall, but that can get expensive. So the other thing that you want to do is get some kind of SIP provider. Google Voice if you can. There's a really good SIP provider is VoIP.ms. I still use them to this day. And then there's another one called telnix.com. I'll put those in chat if you'd like. It's not expensive either. I spend roughly $60 every 6 months, so it's not that expensive. So I'll give you the two here. VoIP.ms comma in the VoIP.ms. I'm sorry about that. VoIP.ms or telnix.com. When I started, there was another one that you could use called, what was the name of it? It was called Fire RTC, but they went out of business. And then there was another one called Bob RTC that went out of business. So, and keep in mind, you can email me at modernpaulofficial@gmail.com. Let me write this down and copy and paste it. It's probably a little more accurate. Now, one of the things I do want to mention, there are a growing number of people that are joining YouTube and maybe Twitch to do scam baiting, and many of them seem to think they're better at scam baiting than even me. I mean, I can't be called the expert at scam baiting because I'm really not. I will never claim to be the best scam baiter. I would consider Scammer Payback to be maybe one of the best scam baiters. I really would. But again, you have to think in your head, why are you scam baiting? I mean, are you scam baiting because you want to be well known? If that's true, then you should start live streaming, or at least making YouTube videos about it. But if you believe in the heart of scam baiting, you're doing it because you want to keep victims from being harmed. I really don't want to bring up other scam baiters in my chat here. I'll talk about certain ones like Trilogy Media or Scammer Payback, or even Scammer Revolts. Those are scam baiters that I'm partnered with. I'm not partnered with the other scam baiters, so don't mention their names, okay? I don't have a contract with Scammer Payback. I don't have I mean, I have an NDA with them, and I have an NDA with Trilogy Media. So you can consider that to be a type of contract, but it's a formality I have, and I feel comfortable talking about them. But other scam baiters, don't mention them. I'll mention Harvey Dent because he's a good friend of mine. I don't have a contract with Harvey though. So I'd appreciate it if you don't bring up other scam baiters. The reason why I live stream scam baiting is because I like the moral support. You guys give me a lot of moral support when I scam bait. Who gets victimized by scammers, women or men? I don't think there's a distinction. I think it's more elderly people, people with dementia, and believe it or not, people who are drunk could get scammed, or people who take drugs, they can get scammed. Young people can get scammed if they give into hype like Bitcoin. Sparkly Flowers, I'm not controlling it. I'm just making the request. Hey, Office Moose, thank you for gifting those 5 community subs. I appreciate it. No, you can mention those scam baiters, but don't be surprised if my moderators silence you. I'm just trying to warn you. I'm comfortable mentioning Trilogy Media, and I'm comfortable mentioning Scammer Payback. I consider them to be partners. And for that reason, I approve that. But the other ones, I don't. But again, the reason why I live stream, it's a combination of educating the public, and to be honest, it's moral support. So, if I started a live stream and I only had like 1 or 2 people watching, I would probably apologize and tell them, I'm sorry. It's probably a better idea that I do this on my own. It's not what you think. I mean, I'm not trying to become the king of scam baiters, not by any means. I don't think I would want to be the king of scam baiters, because I'm doing it for the art of scam baiting. So during my week of anxiety, when I didn't get much sleep, I often dreamt about scam baiting. I would lie in bed and actually have a lucid dream about a scammer remoting into my computer when I was laying in bed. And so I was like, I really care about scam baiting, don't I? And then I hit what I called my triggers. I had a trigger I won't talk about, but I had another trigger that came to me and said I wasn't doing it right. It told me I'm not scam baiting for the right reasons, and I had to keep reminding myself I'm not scam baiting to get thousands of viewers. I'm scam baiting to keep victims from being victimized. I mean, that's really the reason. And then there's another element to scam baiting that I do that many of you already know, and I did some to the last scammer. I want the scammers to feel like they're doing something wrong. I want them to feel, for example, that Bitcoin is illegal. It's not illegal. Utah doesn't outlaw Bitcoin. So a lot of what I do when I scam bait isn't just get moral support from you guys for the live streaming part, but it's also to entertain a little bit. I like to hear you guys laugh. But I'm also serving it to the scammer. I want the scammer to hang up the phone and say, what just happened? And they probably said, I just got a pranker. They probably blow it off. But I've done some stuff. And I'll give you some examples. A couple years ago, I was burning targets like crazy. I mean, I would go to the target, and then while purchasing the target, the fire alarm would go off, and then I would run out of the target, and bodies were being burned, and I'd get in the car and run. I did that for about a 4-month, 3 or 4 month period, and it was so funny. I called a totally different call center, and the scammer, when I went into the target and said that it was on fire, the first thing he said is, grab your purse, because they had heard through their grapevine that I kept leaving my purse in the target and had to go back and get it from lost and found. And so when that happened, I remember going to bed that night thinking, I just programmed their brains. I was proud of that. I really was. I'm planning to go back to that kind of scam baiting soon. I don't know, Cephalon. And then once I started calling the PCH scammers, that's when the pickling the brain really started. I mean, I tell you, I had them believing that there was a monkeypox breakout in southern Utah, I had them believing that one of my characters was possessed by Pazuzu from The Exorcist. Oh man, it's good stuff. But then, and I'm not blaming any of my partners in this. We went on a refund binge where we, I mean, with the PCH scammers, liberating I was liberating mule after mule after mule. I was breaking records. It was great. Until finally they caught on to me. They never fell for the fake gift card anymore. Um, so that was done, and then it was time to prove another thing. I wanted to see how many mules I could get from a refund scammer, and that's when Chappie and I put our heads together and came up with a really novel way to get to the bank, override that one, convert it into a domestic bank, which not often, but sometimes it was a hawala, and then go from there and go home and ship out cash. When you saw me walk through my bedroom or room 3 days ago, I had to throw away 8 boxes that were taped that were used for cash pictures. That's how hard we worked at getting refund scammers. I mean, we really worked it, and we're still doing it to a degree. But I kind of looked back on that during my week of anxiety, and I thought, what do I need to do next? I mean, I need to evolve somehow. What are the scammers doing? What do I need to do to have the maximum impact, not only on education, but also in my diehard mission to pickle the brains of scammers? I really want to pickle their brains. So I know I'm having a weird discussion with you right now. We'll be scam baiting here pretty shortly, but I actually scam bait for 3 reasons. The primary reason is to occupy the scammer so that they can't scam a real victim. The secondary reason is I do it live so I can get moral support while I do it from you guys. And you guys do mean a lot to me. I mean, I really do care what you say. Choppy wants some of my toys. I'm just kidding. And the third reason is I wanna have an effect on the scammers. I really do. And believe you me, I have done some things to scammers that I really can't go into great detail. I once took control of a 45 station refund call center, and I squeezed their network so they couldn't take phone calls for 4 days. I really did that. And I have a recording of it. That's powerful. That was Jim Browning level stuff. It really was. I've set things up so that Chappie could spy on scammers and interrupt them. And we've racked up some great credits getting money returned to victims, preventing the scams to complete. And that's good stuff. I mean, it really is. But in all that, I keep an eye on the scammers, and I think about them almost every day of my minute. I go to bed and I say a prayer to God, and I talk about the scammers. God is probably so sick and tired. I don't think God gets sick and tired of hearing stuff, but when I pray to God about scammers, it's usually, what am I going to do with them, God? I want them to stop. They're young men and women. They're corrupting their lives and they're harming people in my country. You know, I and then I guess there's a and all of that, and it's not a fourth reason. I could be an average Joe. I could wake up at 6 a.m. I can eat some breakfast, brush my teeth, comb my hair, get in a car, drive down to an office, sit at a desk, log into a help desk system, look at the tickets that I have to accomplish, go to Betty's desk and say, I understand your mouse is flaking out. I brought another mouse for you. I've been doing that for 32 years. And when I discovered scam baiting, I was still doing that, and I was also scam baiting at the same time. And things kind of converged. And when I got laid off, I finally said to myself, I think the IT world is done with Ray. That's what I actually said to myself. I was literally trying to hook up a really big printer in one of our offices. The printer was the size of a small van. That's how big it was. I was like within minutes of getting it connected when I got a call from HR, and she said, Ray, my name's Rachel. Do you have a minute? And I said, well, yeah, I do. I'm trying to get a network printer hooked up. She goes, well, that's okay. I need you to sit down. And she said, as you know, I was brought in recently to handle the reconstruction of our company and how things would be going. And I need to tell you we're eliminating your position. And it's not just you, Ray. At least 32 other people are affected. So I was laid off. And all I could say is I sighed with relief. I said, finally, I've been released from the IT support demon that I've been working with for 32 years. And the first thing that went through my brain was, now I can become a full-time creator. I'm serious. So when I got in the car, I drove to the store. I bought some beer. I didn't drink it. I just said, I'm going to drink some beer tonight. And I actually started to cry. I was like, I was so delighted to be laid off so I can do this. And I just remember when that happened. It happened last April. And that's how much the stuff means to me. I still get courted by headhunters every day. I get probably 6 or 7 offers to come to work for companies. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to be someone's computer guy anymore. So that when I had my week, that all rushed through my head while I lacked sleep and was kind of delirious. And you know what the first thing I thought of was you guys. I really did. I thought, I have 35,000 YouTube subscribers. I have 210 YouTube members. On Twitch, I have about 350 subscribers. I get about, and this is where it gets really interesting. Like right now on YouTube, I have 65 viewers. On Twitch, I have 91. And on Twitter, I have about 55 people watching me right now. When this stream ends, I'm going to go look at Twitter, and I'm going to look at my live stream, and it will tell me how many people were watching. And it's been about 55. On Facebook, I have no idea. Okay, so I'm done with the soup. I'm going to go dump this out. I'm going to take another quick step away break, and then we're going to call a scammer, okay? I'm going to play another commercial. It's not to sell you anything. It's just to keep you occupied while I take this quick break. If I can figure out where my crap is. This time it's going to be a neuro commercial. And I will be back in a couple of minutes. This video is sponsored by Nero, maker of fine mints and gums that let you improve your state of mind. During my week-long subathon recently on Twitch, I was tasked with streaming for 12 plus hours per day. Throughout the day, I faced many challenges, calling scammers and baiting them for hours upon hours. As you can imagine, this day-to-day grind had an effect on both my mood and my energy. To help keep myself calm and focused on what I was doing, I took mirror mints throughout the day, and it really boosted my productivity. My favorite is the red package of mints, which are cinnamon in flavor and are packed with B vitamins, natural caffeine, and L-theanine, which is a mood booster. I found the mints more agreeable than drinking coffee, and I still use them on a daily basis. Take a look at what other people have said about this fantastic supplement. So there you have it, folks. Try Neuro Mints and Gums today by clicking on the link in the description. Go to tryneurogum.com/ModderPaul and give this product a try. I love it. Okay, I'm back. Okay, before we get started again, I need to send another special thanks out to the moderators of my channels. I have 4. There's Jag Pimp, also known as Fred, and then there's Chappie Gray, Maya Lavoski, and then Scambouster88. These folks do not get paid to moderate my stream, and I know you guys give them lots of respect. I recently became a good friend of another streamer named Thor. He runs a channel called Pirate Software, and he blew up big. I mean, he's so big that he's making close to, I can't tell you how much. It's a lot of money. So he's a big guy. He's a developer, and he's a very honest person. He has a program in place that allows his moderators to benefit. And I don't quite understand the program, but I want to promise my mods a day will come when our viewers will literally be able to contribute to a kind of fund that will let my moderators go to a type of repository where they can either take money or they can pick products that they can have shipped to them. And that is my goal. I want my moderators to get something more than just the thrill of the responsibility. Keep in mind, when my moderators tell you to keep it down, they're not doing it because they don't like you. And then you got Fred, who's... I actually had a phone call with Fred during my bad week. All I can tell you, Fred is like a brother to me. He's a really good guy. And I also had a phone call with Chappie. She's a wonderful person as well. Scambouster, I won't go into details. Had to go through some medical stuff, and he's come back, and he's strong as ever. And Maya, I'll get to know Maya more as we go along. I choose these people because they're special. And I want you to know, it's not many. It's like sometimes 3 in a day. Sometimes it's 1 a day of people who want to become a moderator. And I tell them, I don't really need new moderators. I have enough. They do a good enough job. Maybe a day will come when that happens. The other change that I'm trying to make is being more interactive with my audience members. I know you might see me squinting at the screen because I have to lean in sometimes so I can see what you guys are saying in chat. I've made it so I can blow the chats up so big I can see it with no problem. One of the things a good streamer does is they interact with their audience. And I'm not even looking at the camera. So when I get my studio redesigned, I'm going to have the camera closer to the chat window. That way I can read the chat and I'm looking at you at the same time. So moderators play a very important role in a streamer's life. So I'm going to clap. My chat bot's not running, so I'll clap instead. Anyways, okay, so the next scammer I want to call, I want to look to see if there's any tech support scammers because they seem to have a script that's a little more predictable and I can do it without having to strain my brain per se. Thing is, I haven't seen any. It's almost like they've disappeared. So let me see if there's any I can call. And it's still getting McAfee affiliate scams. Let me try it again. McAfee affiliate scam. Okay, there's no tech support scammers in that area. So now I'm going to check Facebook of all places for a tech support scammer. And if you don't know already, I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I do not like, and we got scammers. Okay. Okay, get ready. We're going to call a tech support scammer. Let me click on it. Let me get the ad.
Important security message. Your computer has been locked up. Your IP address was used without your knowledge or consent to visit websites that contains identity theft virus. To unlock the computer, please call support immediately.
Of course.
Please do not attempt to shut down or restart your computer. Doing that may lead to data loss and identity theft.
Which is a bunch
The computer
of bullshit.
lock is aimed to stop illegal activity. Please call our support immediately.
Oh, they're using a whole different URL too. Yeah, they come back right after Christmas. It takes a bit. I don't know if their offices get cold and they have to warm them up. I wouldn't doubt that. I've lived in an apartment that was powered by water that they boiled. It does happen. Okay, so let me go over here. Office Moose, I saw you did another 5 community subs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think I'm still logged in as Patty. Yeah, I am. Hold on. Let me double check. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna use a female voice for this. Let me get logged into email real quick. What was that password? That's the other thing about what I do that's difficult is I have to remember a lot of passwords. Okay. Okay. Okay, so if this scam goes the way that it should, they're going to tell me that somebody bought child porn or bet online through my bank. And I'm going to pretend to believe them. And then we're going to have to drive to the bank. And then we're going to see if we can get a Hawala bank out of them. That's my plan anyway. So this is what the pop-up looks like. What sucks is people get this pop-up when they're on Facebook. And it's targeted to elderly people. That's what it looks like. Okay, I got the number ready. And now I got to pick a phone that they haven't blocked. And let me look at my chat before I get going again. Dream Health is good. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so these are from which provider? Okay, but it's a Utah number, so that should work. Okay, switching over.
Hello? Okay, I'm now Patricia. There's one more thing I need to do before I start. I'll be right back. It'll just take a moment. Testing. Hello?
Thank
Hello?
you for calling Sport. This is Ronald. How can I help?
Hi,
Hello?
I'm calling because I have a message on my screen that says my computer's blocked for security reasons.
Okay. So what were you doing on the computer at that time?
All I was trying to do was look up an order that I placed for a Christmas present, and it was supposed to have been delivered 2 days ago, and it hasn't showed up. So I went on to Facebook to find out if they're going to do the order, and when I found it, it got me this message.
All right. So just look on the screen and try to read out the alert warning that is on your screen, what it shows to you.
Okay, well, it says Windows Defender Security Center. Access to this computer is blocked for security
Okay.
reasons. It says to please contact Microsoft support. It has
All right.
several layers. There's a blue message that's pulsating. It says access this computer is blocked for security reasons. Your computer has been reported to be infected with Trojan spyware. The following data is at risk.
Okay.
And what scares me, it says email credentials, bank and web login. And then at the bottom, it says closing this Windows will expose your personal information and stop the Windows registry. And I don't even know what that is.
All right, ma'am. So don't worry. So first of all, could you please tell me, apart from you, is there anyone else who uses your computer?
Sometimes my husband does, but he has one of those special phones that have the internet on it. Sometimes he'll use it
Okay.
because the football schedules don't show up properly. But outside of that, I'm the main user. I'm also the one who pays our bills. I do our banking and our bill pay, and that's got me double worried
No problem,
because
ma'am. Don't need to be worried.
what did you
So
what did you say your
could
name
you
was?
please tell me how old is your computer? Sorry, ma'am.
It's
Don't need to be worried. I'll surely help you out.
my computer's about 3 years old. We bought it from Best Buy.
Okay. All right, ma'am. So you and your husband, is there anyone else in the family member who uses this computer?
No.
All right. All right, ma'am. So the computer that you're using, is this your personal computer or a work computer?
Well, it's obviously my home computer. I can't pay bills at work. It's a computer that we bought from Best Buy.
Okay.
My work does not buy computers from Best Buy. They get it from corporate.
All right, ma'am. So don't worry. Now help me. What is the make and model of this
I'm
computer that
gonna
you're
ask.
using under which you're facing this trouble?
I'm gonna ask you for the second time. What is your name? When you said it, You said it so fast I didn't understand.
Sorry. My name is Ronald Anderson. Okay.
Oh, Ronald
If you want me to
Anderson.
spell it out, I can do
No,
it.
no, I can spell
Yes,
Ronald
right.
Anderson. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes, ma'am. How was yours?
It was really good, except we got presents that should have been delivered 3 days ago, and we're still waiting for them.
No problem. So these are not the big issues, okay, ma'am? Don't worry about it. I will surely help you out and fix this problem as soon as possible. Now, help me.
Okay.
What is the make and model of your computer?
It's a Dell. It's a Dell
Is
78
it a
something.
desktop, like a big machine, or a laptop?
It's a desktop.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. So quickly do one thing. Quickly grab a pen and a paper over there.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you're ready with the pen and paper, let me know, okay? So in
Okay.
meanwhile time, I will check under the servers of Microsoft the problem that happens to your computer, and I will provide you the information to unfreeze your computer so that you can use it, and we can provide you some extra securities. If in case in future you will face the same trouble, so these protective firewalls will help you to make sure your computer should be safe from these malwares, okay? Allow me only 10 seconds and put me on the speakers.
Why do you want me to put you on speaker?
Yes. Do you have a cell phone or a home phone, ma'am?
No, I'm using a cell phone, but why would I put you on speaker? I'm
Right,
talking
ma'am.
to you. I'm talking to you right now.
Just give me only 10 to 15 seconds, all right?
Okay.
Thank you so much for staying on call. I really appreciate your time and patience. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right, ma'am. So, as per the report that we have to check and look up under the servers of Microsoft, the problem that happens to your computer, there were some installation of malwares, trojans, and spyware, by which means your computer network lines has got affected. That's right now under the compromisation state. Someone is trying to get access and trying to take control of your computer,
Why would
and
they
this
do?
is literally called a hacking. Your computer has been hacked. Now
Oh
here
my
we have
gosh.
only two possible ways detected under which these trojans and malwares has been installed under your network lines
Can can
and
can you
computer.
can you
The
please
first statement it
can you
shows
can you, can you please slow
during
down?
yes,
You talk you talk really
sure,
fast.
ma'am.
It's hard to understand what you're saying.
All right. So
Slow down just a little bit,
do
please.
not worry, ma'am. I will surely l- lower my pace of speech.
Thank
So
you.
as we saw under the servers of Microsoft, we got two statements clearly verified with this computer network lines during past 24 hours, except then you and your husband. Is there someone else who came and visit your home and used this computer with your knowledge or without your knowledge?
Well, we had family over for the Christmas holiday, and my cousin Jennifer, I let her check her email. I mean, but she
Mm-hmm.
didn't. She didn't really do anything with it. I mean, um,
All right, ma'am.
I'm
So
not
right
entirely.
now, in the real time, how many devices are connected with the same Wi-Fi right now?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I have quite a few. My husband's a gadget
It should be
freak.
your computer.
No,
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
compute my
A-
computer my computer
Any
uses my
any other
computer
computer? Mm-hmm.
my computer's connected to the computer with a cable. Um, we have a TV that
Okay.
uses Wi-Fi, so we can watch the Netflix and the Hulu.
A-
Um, we
and
have
any printer?
we have a refrigerator that can connect to the grocery store and order food when our refrigerator's low. And then I have
Mm-hmm.
a Roomba, which vacuums the floor, and then will send a text message when it says it's finished. Um, we have our a robotic cat potty that automatically cleans and then will send us a message when we need to change the cat litter. We have a
Mm-hmm.
it's called Google Nest, which allows us to control the lighting and the heating. Um,
Okay.
we can even open our garage door if we wanted to from our phones. I mean, because it's connected. And then let me think.
Okay.
Um, we have a
All right,
TV in
ma'am.
the
Thank you
we
so
have
much.
we have a TV in the bedroom that also connects to the Wi-Fi. And then we have a camera
Okay.
system. We have a camera system. We have a catio where we can put
All right.
our kitty Boofus goes into our catio. We can monitor him while he's in the
I understand.
catio. And then
I understand.
um, our
All right.
toaster, we have a toaster that once you put the toast in, it'll send you an alert. Would you like
Mm-hmm.
it darker brown or so on? And you can stop the toaster so that it pops out.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. And then if we leave our stove on for longer than 3 hours, it will alert us that the stove is on so that we can
Mm-hmm.
turn it off. And then our plumbing
All right. I
system
understand.
is designed as such. If the water level of the bathroom sink
Mm-hmm.
gets too high, it'll send us alert so that we can say, somebody go turn off that faucet. And then we have a fish
Mm-hmm.
tank that monitors the temperature of the
Okay.
water in the fish and measures the particulates of the food so that the automatic feeder can then kick in and feed the fish. I'm trying to think of the other
Okay.
ones. Our Christmas lights were even connected to the Wi-Fi because we wanted it to do a ripple effect because we're competing with the Joneses. They always have better Christmas lights, but this year we
No, I
beat them.
understand
We
totally,
beat the,
ma'am.
we beat them out. We had better
Now,
Christmas lights as a result.
n-
And then
now we have a set of protocol that has been set.
our swimming pool during the summer will tell us when the pH level of our chlorine is a little too high so that we can then make adjustments accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And my
Mm-hmm.
car, it also connects to Wi-Fi to let us know when it's warmed up and ready to drive. It's it's quite
Mm-hmm.
fascinating. My husband, like I said, he's a gadget freak. Um, he's a gadget freak.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now, a set of
Oh,
protocol that Microsoft has
wait!
built. First one.
I forgot to mention. I do have a Hoover vacuum cleaner that can connect to Wi-Fi. It'll tell us when we need to change the bag.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's all right.
So, what do I do about this message? It's
All right.
quite alarming.
Now,
All I was trying to do was
according to the protocol of Microsoft, we have a set of protocol that we have to look and take care so that these hacking attempts should be stopped from your network lines and
okay,
computers as well. Now,
okay.
according to your knowledge, ma'am, during past 24 hours, did you accept any public Wi-Fi outside your home, like any restaurant, any club, any pub, any airport, any hospital area?
No, we don't, because well, my phone doesn't
All right.
have my phone doesn't have internet, and my husband has AT&T, and that provides the internet. So
Mm-hmm. All right, ma'am. Now, since this is a case of hacking, your computer system and network lines under which this computer system is connected have been hacked. Now, for
yeah,
providing the
now
extra securities to your
I
network
do I do
and
have
computer.
I do have a question about that. The only time that I've heard the
Mm-hmm.
word hacked were, like, for example,
Mm-hmm.
Target. The Target was hacked a couple years back, and customer information was stolen. But that's a company that's getting hacked.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that an individual could get hacked. Is that a new thing?
Mm-hmm. I totally understand, ma'am. So that's
And
why I
then
try to define you what exactly happens, okay?
okay,
So it might
okay,
be possible, like while you are browsing on network lines, like any Google page or any Google website that you are trying to look or to see any particular information, might that link or website has been associated with the trojans and malware that were suddenly downloaded while clicking on that website. So these are some possible ways by which means these trojans and spyware malicious softwares will become inside in your network lines and a
okay,
computer. So this is a possibility. Now, for providing the extra securities to your computer and network lines, with this computer in past or present, did you do any kind of online shopping that you have knowledge about?
well, of course, Target. I get I get tons of Target emails, and they have specials. And if I see something that I like,
Mm-hmm.
I'll get in the car and I'll go to Target and
Okay.
buy it. I don't. I, I'm a public nurse. I mean, I'm not a very computer literate person, but my husband is. He works for a manufacturing facility,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets an annual pa-
Manufacturing of what?
packaging
What
materials. He does
what he's doing?
packaging materials.
All right. Mm-hmm. Where is
Anyways,
Sir right now? Is he at a home? Mm-hmm.
no, he's at work. He had to go to work today.
All right. So how was the Christmas, ma'am?
What about Christmas?
How was your Christmas?
It was really good. We had a, a couple of family members and friends came by. We went around the neighborhood and sang Christmas carols. Um, it was nice. And
Okay.
then we had a nice turkey and ham dinner.
Great.
We opened presents on Christmas morning. That
Mm-hmm.
was sweet. Except for the ones that didn't show up.
Okay.
There's like 3 packages I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All right.
trying to get. I'm
So
trying
stay
to.
calm down. Stay
I'm.
relaxed.
I'm.
Don't worry, ma'am.
I'm
We
upset
try
because
to fix it up.
I, I'm upset because one of the packages
Mm-hmm.
my husband already told me is a motor bunny, and I really would like to
Mm-hmm.
use the motor bunny because my husband has a problem and he can't serve me, so the motor bunny is there to serve my needs, and I'm still waiting in urgency to use a motor bunny.
Don't worry, ma'am. It will be delivered as soon as possible.
It
Now,
better.
let's
It better.
move back to the protocol of Microsoft. With this computer, according to your knowledge, in past or present, did you pay any sort of bills with the same computer? Yes
I,
or no?
um, I pay all my bills with my computer. We're practically paperless. I pay our utility bill. I pay
Mm-hmm.
my rent. We pay our rent through also. When my refrigerator orders food, I have to pay my bill accordingly. I do it through my bank. My bank has a bill
So
pay
how do you
feature.
pay your bill? With your
Uh,
debit,
well, I use a
with
bank.
your credit card or debit card?
Neither. I go to Cyprus Credit Union and I pay them through online bill pay.
All right, I understand, ma'am. So that means, according to your words, ma'am, you are using the same computer to do the online banking as well, correct?
Yes, I practically run the household through the computer.
All right. So since this is the case of hacking, your computer and network lines have been hacked from last 24 hours. Now these hackers are continuously attack on your network lines and a computer itself as well to break down all the firewalls or security layers to get an access and hold on your computer. Now here what we have
Wow.
to do first of all, we have to get connected with the virtual stable network of Microsoft. With the help of virtual stable network, we will run couple of scans, then we will get to know what the data has been hacked and what will be the essential steps required to be done. Okay, so this
Okay.
is the first case, and let me tell you, map, so that I just want to make it clear for you. If you are thinking like you have to pay any charges while doing this kind of activity with your computer, so let me make it clear, ma'am. So this services will be absolutely free from you from the headquarters of Microsoft. But what
Oh,
we have to do
wonderful.
here, we have to
Wonderful.
simply update the in- information under the servers of Microsoft. So it will go under your first and last name and the number that you are calling. So I will provide you the case ID that will represent your virtual identity if in case in future you will face the same trouble. So you have to help us with the same virtual identity, that is a Microsoft case ID that I'm going to provide you within the next 2 minutes. So first of
Okay.
all, help me here, ma'am. How
Okay.
do you spell out your first and last name so that I will update under the servers of Microsoft?
My first name is Patricia. That's spelled Patricia. Do you need my middle
All
name?
right. So do
My
you
middle.
have any middle?
I do. It's Louise. Louise.
Okay.
And my last name is Warren, and that's spelled Warren.
Thank you so much, Miss Patricia. And the number that you are calling, that you told me this is your cell phone, and the number is 385. And could you please tell me, is this an Android or iPhone, the cell phone that you are using for yourself to make a
No,
call to the servers of Microsoft?
I'm not allowed to use a smartphone, and the reason is simple. My dear hubby bought me an iPhone 12 about a year ago, and
Okay.
I dropped it in the toilet, and it stopped working. And
Okay.
we tried to put it in a bowl of rice to dry it out, which it dried it out, but it still wouldn't turn on. And
Uh-huh.
then when we took it to Apple, they said that we would have to pay $900 to fix it. And my husband said, "Excuse the French." He said, "Screw that. We're not." He called me a bimbo, which is really bad. And he said, "Honey," he took me to Walmart and he said, "Pick one out." I said, "Really? You get to use a $1,500 iPhone 15, and you're gonna make me use one of those $29.99 things?" And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Yeah." He said, "Yes." So I picked it. It's called a Motorola Go phone. You just flip it. You just flip it open and make phone calls.
Okay, so this is the first phone, correct?
Yeah, and he gave me full permission to plop it in the toilet because he bought 3 of them.
All right, no problem, Miss Patricia. Now
Look,
kindly write it down on a piece of a
I
paper.
was I was doing my hair in the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom and talking to my
Okay.
cousin, and she said something shocking, and I said, "What?" And I dropped it, and then my iPhone 12 was in the toilet, and I'm like going, "Oh my God." And I picked it up, and I couldn't hear her anymore, and next thing I know, I'm using these tiny phones that you flip open. The only thing that makes me feel slightly happy is it feels like I'm on Star Trek when I do it. It's like, beam me up, Scotty. Except I'm calling stupid people, you know.
No, no problem.
But, yeah,
So,
he
do
called
you
me.
have a pen and a paper over there, Miss
Yeah,
Patricia?
yeah, I have a pad of paper actually. Um, what do you need
All
me to
right.
write?
So
Okay,
write it down on a piece of a paper that is Microsoft Case ID.
Microsoft Case ID.
Yes.
Okay, okay, what's the ID?
And the case ID is started with M as in Mary,
M as in Mary.
S as in Sam,
S as in Sam.
C as in Charlie,
C as in Charlie.
I as in Indigo,
I as in Indigo.
D as in David,
D as in David.
20,
20.
23,
23.
46.
Did you say 46?
Correct, Miss Patricia. That is 4 and 6, the last
Okay.
2 digits.
Okay, so MSC ID 202346.
Correct. So make sure this is a case ID that represents your virtual identity, and all the information about this case and regarding the problem that you are calling to the headquarters of Microsoft, all the oral communication will be recorded under this file. So make sure you will
Okay.
save this case ID. If in case in future you will face the same trouble, so at that time simply
Well,
help us with the same
um,
Microsoft case ID.
there's someone at the door. I need to set the phone down.
No
I
problem,
got,
ma'am.
I,
Just go and open the door.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, so folks, sorry I if I triggered you with a little bit of sexual innuendo with the motor bunny. Um, I'm trying to sound like a dumb bimbo, but I'm a nurse, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, Amazon delivery. I'm tempted to say it's the motor bunny and try something, but it's not going to be the motor bunny just yet. We'll have more doorbells in the future. Um, so I'm I'm just playing a dumb chick.
Testing. Okay. All right. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, we got one of the packages.
All right.
Okay, they finally delivered one of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's not big enough to be a motor. It's not big enough to be a
All right.
motor bunny. It's probably It's probably that calculator my husband wanted. All right. Okay, so I wrote down the case ID. What do I write down next?
All right. So first of all, update me like the information under the servers of Microsoft, because you told me something you have received. Could you please tell me the product that you have placed an order? Is it the same or something you feel something suspicious about it?
Well, let me open it. It won't take but a second.
And what was the product that you have placed an order?
Well, I have a motor bunny coming, and that isn't it. The box isn't big enough. Let me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a calculator. It's a Hewlett Packard Scientific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It's a Hewlett Packard Scientific calculator, model 2316.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's something we were expecting.
Is it the same one?
Yeah, it's the one I paid for. It was like $69.70 or something like that. So my husband will be happy when he
All
gets
right.
home and we got his
So
calculator.
don't worry. All right,
Yeah,
ma'am.
the other
So now you
item,
don't need to be worried out. So
the other items
uh-huh.
that are two more items are coming. One's a motor bunny. It's in a box. It's about, I don't know, the size of a bread box, I guess. And the other one's I don't know why he wanted to get it. It's a remote control rat that he wants to make our cat Boofus play with. But it's one of those mouse rats that can roar because he wants to scare the crap out of my cat. I don't know why he wants to do that. We have a very friendly, very
Mm-hmm.
smart Maine Coon cat named Boofus. And my husband, he's the type. I don't know if you've ever seen those YouTube videos where your cat's taking their time eating in a cat dish and someone puts a pickle behind them and the cat turns around and jumps like a spring. Have you ever seen those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you probably haven't. Um, when cats eat in their cat dish, they are acutely aware of their surroundings because it's instinctual. If a person takes an object, and most people use a pickle because it's funny, you can put anything. You can put a sock, and the cat will turn and see it, and they will jump up like there's no gravity. It's actually a cruel trick. He wants to take this ferocious rat, and then when Boofus turns around to see it, it's going to roar, and he wants to scare the piss out of my cat, and I don't know why. I it it is what it is. And then I might not even let him have it. I might hide the box when we get it. But the motor bunny's mine. It goes straight into my hope chest. He hung up on me. The guy actually hung up on me.
Thank you for calling support. This is Alex. How may I help you?
Alex, I was talking to a Ronald Anderson.
Okay.
Um,
And do
something
you have
happened.
his extension number?
No, he didn't give me an extension, but he did give me a case ID.
Okay. Now, what do you see on the screen right now?
Well, I'm calling because there's a message that says my computer's blocked for security reasons.
Okay, no issues. Now, what I'm gonna do is, ma'am, I will guide you with some steps. You need to follow them. So I can remotely access your device and see what exactly is the root cause of the problem, so we can rectify it for you, right?
Okay, so I don't
Now,
have to
what is
talk.
the make of your device? It is.
I don't have to talk to
Uh-huh.
Ronald anymore.
No, you don't have, because they might be busy with other customers, so don't worry.
Would
Now,
you?
is
Can
this
I?
like HP,
Can,
Lenovo, Dell,
can,
which one?
can I give you the case ID so that you can look it up and have that information already?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, it's Microsoft Case ID MSC ID 202346.
Okay. So this is a security concern. Somebody has illegal access to your network, right?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yes, so there are lots of foreign people who have illegal access to your network and they are misusing your identity. So your security of your IP has been compromised. Okay, so
Okay.
that is the reason. So no issues. We will check it out, the root cause, and we will rectify it for you. Now look on
Okay.
the keyboard. On the left-hand side, bottom corner of your keyboard, you will see a key which has 4 flag on it, like a Windows logo. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it. It's next to the control key.
Yeah, yes. So press the window key and hold it down, and while holding it down, press the letter R. R as in Romeo, just once, and then release both the keys together.
Okay. When I did that, a new
Now,
window appeared. It says type the name of a program,
yes,
folder,
yes, ma'am.
document,
Yes, ma'am. Now,
or
in the open box, what
internet
is written? Is something
resource,
written or is it empty?
and Windows will open it for you. What was your question?
In the open box, what is written, ma'am? Is something written or is it empty?
It's empty.
Now type over there
Type
www dot
www dot
T as in Thomas,
T as in Thomas,
E as in Edward,
E as in Edward.
A as in Apple.
Okay, are we typing the name of a website? Because I am an adult and I know how to spell.
Okay, it's a teamviewer.com, ma'am. www dot
Viewer.
teamviewer.com.
Okay. Um, may I say something? I don't mean it personally, but you're talking to an
Go ahead.
You're talking to an educated woman. I'm a critical care nurse for the University of Utah. I went to medical. I went to
Oh,
medical. I went to medical school for 10 years.
oh,
Okay, and you're
you
treat
might be serving in a good cause. All right.
right. I'm a nurse, and you're treating me like I'm 7 years old. Don't do that.
No, ma'am, because sometimes. Okay, ma'am, if you say so. Now, it says www.teamviewer.com. When you
Yeah.
click on OK, what do you see?
Well, it appears Microsoft Edge is opening, and it's opened TeamViewer website, whatever that is.
On the bottom, on the bottom of the website, it says accept all cookies. Click on that.
Yeah, I know how to accept cookies.
Yes. When you click on accept all cookies, on the left middle of the page, it says try now for free.
Yes,
So
I
click
see that.
on try now for free.
Okay. Now it says 4 easy
Then you
ways
will
to
see
get started.
4 easy way to, yes. And the
Oh,
second one, it says download desktop client.
it doesn't say, it says download TeamViewer remote desktop client Windows and Mac OS. Is what it says.
Below that, it says download desktop client and there's an arrow. Click on that.
Okay.
Now you will see download the
Oh, I
latest version
see.
of TeamViewer
I
below.
see. Well, no, it says here, do you need assistance? I guess I click on support. And then,
No, ma'am.
do you have a paid subscription? I don't have, I don't even really know what TeamViewer is. It's asking me, do you have a paid subscription with us?
Please, ma'am, exit out, ma'am. Please follow my instruction. You're clicking on the wrong places.
Okay, well, you brought me to this page and I'm being
Now
prompted
what?
to answer a question. What do you want me to
Now what do you see on the screen, ma'am?
Well, it has different symbols. It's got Windows, Mac OS, Linux,
X,
Chrome
X.
OS, Raspberry
Mm-hmm.
Pi,
Yes.
Android, iOS.
Below that, ma'am, it says TeamViewer Quick Support. Do you see that?
Yeah, there's TeamViewer Quick Support, download 64-bit, download 32-bit.
Yes. Yes. Click on download 64-bit.
Okay.
And as soon as you click on it, on the right top corner, you will see a file will be downloaded. You have to open that file.
Yeah, it says open file. So just click on open.
Yes, open that file.
Okay.
Then you will see yes or no. You have to click on yes. Click on all the positive responses that appear on the screen.
It doesn't say yes or no. It says, do you want to run this file? And it gives me a choice, run or
Run,
cancel.
click on run.
Okay, why did you say yes or no?
Click on run.
So that even tells me further.
It will come up then.
I want to remind you, I'm an educated woman with 10 years of medical training. Okay? I clicked on run.
Now what do you see next?
Now it's asking me, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device?
Now you get that option yes or no, right? Click on
And
yes.
what are the changes? If it's asking me if I want to allow changes, what are the changes?
Ma'am, that is just to generate an ID and a password for you so I can get connected with your secure server.
Okay, so just
It is
click on,
generating an ID and a password for you.
okay, I clicked on yes. Now it says,
Then you will
welcome,
see welcome to TeamViewer.
TeamViewer quick support. I accept the end user license
Yes,
agreement.
yes.
Okay, well, I need to read that
I
agreement.
accept
Hold
and
on.
continue.
Okay, I'm reading the agreement. And they really send a lot of, okay, I'm not going to read that. That's too complex. Okay, accept, and then continue.
Yep.
Okay, now it says receive support. Enter the session code provided by
Below
your
that, ma'am,
partner to
you
grant
will see
them
the
access
ID and
to.
a password.
Will you let me speak? It is rude to interrupt someone when they're talking. It says enter the
Go
session
ahead,
code
ma'am.
provided to your partner to grant them access to your device and receive support. Or share your ID, and then there's an ID and a password at the bottom.
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me the ID number?
Yes, it's 1523. I is in internet. The number 6. K is in kangaroo. C is in Charlie. R is in rainbow. And W as in water.
All right, thanks a lot for the information, ma'am. You're doing a wonderful job. Now, shortly you will be connected with me,
Okay.
so I can see what exactly is the root cause of the problem, so we can rectify it for you. So give me a moment.
Okay.
And this is the only gadget you have, or you have other devices as well apart from this?
What do you mean by gadgets?
Like any other computer?
No, this is the only computer we have in the house.
All right, now you can see this. My cursor is moving. I'm connected with you.
Right. Let me
Now I
show
will
you.
check the problem.
This is the message I got.
Yes, ma'am, I can see that.
Can I say something?
Now leave your mouse and
May I
go
say
ahead.
something? Most companies have in their structure an HR department, which usually when their people are hired, they go through employee orientation. And when it comes to service and customer service especially, the number one rule is to never interrupt the customer, and you interrupted me. You shouldn't
Okay.
you shouldn't do that. It's considered bad phone etiquette.
All right, ma'am.
I'm not saying
I
you're
know that,
bad.
ma'am, but I was
I'm
checking.
no.
No, it's
This is
okay. I
no. You
totally
need
understand.
you need to understand something. One, you made the mistake of thinking that I can't spell something as simple as TeamViewer when I'm often working with a surgeon who's having to relieve fluid in a person's brain or having to do certain things like work on an occipital lobe. I sometimes have to grab a reference book and show it to the surgeon and find the page. And you think I can't spell TeamViewer?
Okay.
Really? The
No,
number one,
basically what happened, like,
no, listen. The number one thing you need to know as a phone rep is you don't know who you're talking to. You might be talking to the First Lady of the President of the United States, or you might be talking to somebody who's a drug user who just started a computer that she stole from someone. You don't know that. So this is how it works.
yes, ma'am, I agree.
And what you should do is you should say, go to www.teamviewer.com, and if they can't do it, that's when you tell them how to spell it. Otherwise, you insult their intelligence. I don't need
I
that.
really apologize for the inconvenience, ma'am.
You don't know the shit I go through every day at the hospital with patients that think that they're smarter than me when they're really not. And yet I treat them like they're gold. I treat them like they're human beings. I, it's okay. I'm gonna give you a pass. What's your name?
Alex, ma'am.
What's your last name, Alex?
Gorev, Gorev.
Okay, Alex Grave. I can tell you right now, you continue acting like that, you're gonna meet a woman who's gonna put you into a grave. So I suggest you learn. Just because I'm a female doesn't mean you can treat me like shit. I probably make more than you do. I make more in a day than you make in a whole year. Consider that.
Yes, ma'am, my salary is very low. That's
It
for
is.
sure.
And it's for good reason. Okay, so what are we
Yes,
doing?
ma'am.
What are we doing? Why am I getting this message?
All right, now let me check your network, ma'am.
Okay.
Now, can you see this? A black window on your screen.
Yes, I
It
can.
says Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Corporation, all rights reserved. See user, your name.
Yes.
I'm checking a network status, ma'am, and you can see it by yourself.
These are the active connection, these are the local address, the foreign address, and this is a state. These are the foreign people, ma'am, who have illegal access to your device.
Slow down, slow down. You're talking to someone who isn't computer literate. What do you mean by local address and foreign address? My local address is not 127. I live on Redwood Road. I don't live in a number. What do you mean local
this
address?
This is your online identity. This is your online identity, ma'am. Not your
online identity. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Like as we all have a social security number as our identity, in the same way, every place has a unique IP address, which is the identity of your place. So you can see on the top, it says active connection, local address, foreign address, and the state.
Right.
So these are the foreign addresses who have illegal access to your network. And you can see below the state how many they are established.
I have a question. When it says foreign, is it literally meaning from another country, or does it mean foreign as in foreign to the location that I'm currently at?
Yes, ma'am. Foreign to the location.
Okay, and
it may be outside the country as well.
There's another thing, Alex. You're calling me ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 36 years old.
All right.
Listen. You listen. Ma'am is a term that you use on a woman who is in her 60s or 70s or even later. You don't call a woman in her mid-30s ma'am. You call them miss, or in my case is Mrs. Warren. Don't call me ma'am. You might as well be calling me you might as well be calling me an old hag. Don't do that.
All right, Mrs. Warren, I got it.
It's not Mistress
Warren. I will make sure I will not.
Don't call me Mistress Warren. I'm married to my husband. I'm not screwing him just because I want to screw him. It's Mrs. Warren, not Mistress.
No, ma'am, I didn't say I say Mrs., not Mistress, all right?
That's
and
better.
Your first name is Patty, right? Is that correct?
Oh, there you go. It's Patty, not Fatty. Now you're saying I'm fat.
No, ma'am,
I weigh 100. I weigh 126 pounds. I'm a thin person. My name's Patty, not Fatty. God.
Yes, ma'am, I can see on the screen. It's just like we have a little bit pronunciation problem. That's why you're getting it wrong, but I'm saying the same name. I can see it on the screen. Can you see that?
I think you're having a problem with it's called enunciation. Enunciation.
Yep.
So it's Patty with a P, not an F like Frank. Don't trigger me. When I was in when I was in school, they called me Fatty Patty. That's when I was overweight, and I worked hard to lose that weight. You're triggering me. Don't do that.
Okay, ma'am. Now you can see this over here.
Yes.
Active connection, local address, foreign address, and the state. So these people, they have illegal access to your network, and they are misusing your identity for their own benefit, and you were not aware of it.
What do you mean by network?
Let me show you.
Okay.
Now have a look on your screen. Grab a pen and paper and note down your IP address. This is the
Okay, that's the second.
This is the identity of your home.
That is mistake number 16 you've made. You've asked me to grab a piece of paper 3 times. I have pen and paper. God.
Now this is the number on your screen, ma'am.
Yeah, I can see it.
IPv4.
Yeah, I
This
see it.
is the
I see.
identity of your place.
I see. Okay. Why does it
Whatever
say
you do on this computer, your phone, go ahead.
Whatever I do on my computer or my phone? Go ahead.
Whatever you do at any of your devices at this place, it is done under this IP.
What
So
about
the
why does it
problem is not only
why does it say IPv6 not detected?
that is not for the computer. That is not for your home network.
Then
So
why are
that
they
is the reason because these people,
why are they showing it if it's not for it?
because these people have blocked it who are connected and they are misusing
Oh,
it. That's why it is not showing up.
and
So
who are
that's
the?
why we have to block them so we can protect your identity.
Okay, okay, I kind of
Now I have to
understand.
ask you like
Can I ask you?
now there's a
This
Trojan
is
which
no,
is running.
Alex.
Go ahead.
Let's take pause for a moment. I've been a medical professional for quite a while. How long have you been doing this? How long have you worked for Microsoft?
12 years.
You worked for Microsoft for 12 years and you answer the phone?
IP support. IP. We are the online IP support team, ma'am. This is not a computer problem. Your IP has been infected.
Okay, so okay. I'm not a computer person, so it just seems strange that somebody that's been working for a company for that long is a frontline phone answerer. I would think there would be somebody who's new, maybe 1 year experience, and then once they establish camaraderie with the customer, they transfer me to someone who has 12 years of experience. It just seems awkward that you would answer the phone. But that's just from what I know. That's the way it works at our hospital. I can't judge you on that, and I won't judge you on that. So I apologize.
No, ma'am, it's okay. You don't have to apologize for anything. It's totally your opinion, and we respect that.
Okay.
And if I show you over here, if you see this, the details, there's a file which is running. Do you see this file name?
Yeah, it's a CSRSX. I have no idea what it means, but yeah, I see it.
Yes. Yes, I will show you what it is.
Okay.
CS.
Client
No,
server
this is
runtime.
a Trojan. Yes, this is a Trojan which is running on your computer as well as on your network.
Okay.
Now I will make you read it so you can understand it.
Okay, excuse me, but the only time that I've come across the word Trojan was in high school when they taught us about how they took a wooden horse and they had soldiers in it.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am. I'm 36.
Yes, Mrs. Warren, I understand that. So now you
Call
can
me
read
Miss-
it on the screen.
Call me
It says,
Call me Mrs. Patty.
all right.
I want to hear you say Mrs. Patty.
Mrs. Patty.
Oh, shit. You need to slow down. You just called me Miss Fatty again. It's Mrs. Patty.
No, ma'am.
Don't say ma'am.
It is Mrs. Patty. Is that correct now?
Perfect. You don't want to make me angry.
All right.
Alex. You won't like me when I get angry.
Yes, ma'am. It's Mrs.
Don't!
It's Miss Patty,
Oh my
and you can
god!
read.
Oh, I'm starting to get so triggered. They called me Patty the Fatty in high school, and I kicked their asses when they did it, and I got expelled. Just be careful when you say it. That's all I'm asking. I can say Alex. I say Alex perfectly. I don't know why you can't
Yes.
say Mrs. Patty. I mean, just please. Okay, I'm reading what's on the screen. It says CSRE. The only other time I heard of Trojan is when my husband and I were trying to not get pregnant. Is the only other time I heard Trojan. So this is like a different type of Trojan, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a
CRSS is
computer
a.
online infection.
Well, that still sounds pretty bad. Trojan rubbers keeps infections as well as pregnancy. CSRXEXE is a process which is registered as a Trojan. This Trojan allows attackers to access your computer from remote locations, stealing passwords, internet banking, and personal data. This process is a security risk and should be removed from your system.
That's the main concern. So what we have to do is, if you look on the screen, we have to install a network firewall, right?
A network firewall.
We have to not only fix the computer, yes, we have to install a network firewall. With the help of this picture, everything will be crystal clear to you. Like
It's
you might be
not.
having a router and a modem at your home and
That is not crystal clear. That makes no sense. So the planet Earth has a bunch of ones and zeros that look like Christmas colors going to what looks like, I don't know what that is, but it looks like something upright, going to a modem from 1991 with green wires leading to what look like dumb terminals, none of which applies to my situation. I use those at work. That's those computer monitors and keyboards is what we use at the hospital. I don't use that. I have a tower. I have a keyboard and a mouse. They don't even have mouses. It makes no sense. And it says 2022.
all right,
The year is 2023. You're giving me old information. Mistake number 7. Show me something from 2023.
This is just a representation. This is just a representation, ma'am. And
oh,
this is
my
the one, if you
fucking
see over
Lord!
here,
God damn it! You called me ma'am again! What is wrong with you? Get a
it's
piece
Miss
of
Patty, ma'am.
Get a
Not
piece of
ma'am.
get a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, I want you to write down Mrs. Patty with a P, and I want to stick it on your fucking forehead. And then look at your phone when you want to talk to me. Put it on camera so that you know how to call me the right name. You call me ma'am again, I'm going to find out where you are, and I'm going to put Alex Grave into a 6-foot grave. You understand? You're pissing me off.
Yes.
Now what's this notepad? What are you doing on the note? Hold on. Hold on.
Are you moving the mouse?
Yes, I want you to write it. The font's easier for me to read.
Yes, ma'am. Now,
Oh my God! I
here,
wish I knew where you were. I would hook you with my fucking
this,
fingernails. I would give
this
you
is
an.
my
I would tie you to a tree and then wrap you with something smelly. I would read the Bible to you one letter at a time in the month of July. And when you got thirsty, I would make you drink hot dog water. Call me mad again, I'm gonna, oh my God. I've never been so mad in my life.
Can you please check? Have you pressed any key?
Okay, hold on. You're showing me Alex Gorev. I thought your name was Alex Gray. It says
It's
Alex.
Gorev.
Okay, it's Gorev. I thought it was Grave. I'm sorry. And you're from Global Bytes IP Solutions. Okay. And
Can you please check? You have not pressed any keys from the keyboard.
Okay, so toll fee. Your name's Alex Gret. Yeah, I can imagine after you calling me ma'am over 7 times, you're gonna regret it, Mr. Alex Gret. What's a toll fee? Oh, because you have to pay for that call. Global.
First of all, can you release the finger? Don't touch your keyboard, right?
It's my
Leave
fucking
your keyboard.
It is my fucking keyboard. I can touch it all I want. You don't own my shit. You're here to help me. You're here to help me.
If you touch it, it will not work, ma'am. Only one person can work at a time.
Okay, what the hell is Spirit? Spirit. Global DTS IP Solutions. Alex Gorev, Senior Tech.
Ma'am, that is this is not support, that is support.
You spelled it way wrong. You've been working for Microsoft for 12 years and you can't spell support? Microsoft is like the epitome of support. And you can't even spell support?
You have
oh my God!
The keys from your keyboard. You have pressed the keys from your keyboard. That's why it is happening.
My thinking.
If you leave the keys.
My thinking. How much food do you eat a day? Do you have one meal? Do you even take showers? It sounds to me like you have enzyme issues. Maybe you have gastric acid shooting up your esophagus, which forces you to pronounce things improperly. Calling me Mrs. Fatty. Astigmatons? Good Lord! Oh, jeez. You know what your problem is, Alex? You're typing it too fast. Type it out one letter at a time and think at least 1 second before you type it. You're obviously having trouble. See, I mean, you... Oh, jeez. Sounds to me like somebody got out the wrong side of the cave this morning. Sounds to me like somebody is mistreating themselves by not nourishing their body properly. I'm wondering about you, Alex. You need to type it one letter at a time. One letter at a time. Don't type it out so fast. I recommend 1 second before each letter also based on your IQ. How old are you, Alex? Maybe that'll explain something. I told you how old I was. I'm 36. How old are you?
42.
I didn't ask for your IQ. I asked for your age. An IQ of 42 is moron. Look it up. Look up IQ levels. 42 is called a moron. Oh my God! Did you go to school? And if so, what grade did you graduate? Did you pass the 12th grade? My guess is you didn't. You might have made it through the 7th grade. Maybe even 5th. Making me worried. Because I'm a nurse, I have to care for you. And I signed an oath called the Hippocratic Oath. I hate yelling at you, but by God, I can't. I really don't know what to say, Alex. I told FV, really? I'm asking you to wait 1 second before you type